this point, I'm sure brewing and filled with questions po ang ating mga students and of course our education leaders who are here. We have time for some of your questions for the open forum. So please boldly approach the microphones. There's a microphone left and right of the auditorium. I also believe there are assigned students to go around. So just raise your hands in case it would be easier to just give you a microphone. I'm sure Professor Ramos and Director Hoxon will be very willing to answer all your questions po. So there we go. Please, for the benefit of our guests and our speakers, like earlier, please introduce yourself, the school you're from, and then present your question. So, takers, yes, please go ahead. Boldly approach the microphone. The instruction was to boldly approach the microphone or raise your hand po for those who are at the back. So, thank you.
Hello po. Good afternoon. Good morning. I
Morning.
am Joanna Patricia Yerko from the College of Education, 3 English po. So my question is, what programs can we introduce to encourage parents to support their children in terms of reading at an early age, since reading or learning starts at your own home?
So, may we request a microphone for our speakers as well so that they may answer the questions? For those assigned to provide the microphones, thank you.
Yeah. Alam niyo, matagal lang matagal lang usapin yan na ano ba ang homework at saka ano ba ang schoolwork. 'Di ba? Ano ba yung kayang gawin ng bata sa bahay at ano ang dapat ginagawa ng bata sa loob ng eskwelahan. Ngayon, ang tanong, yung magulang ba marunong magbasa? Di ba? Kasi kung yung magulang mismo ay may difficulty, not literate, then you cannot expect that the parents would be the one to guide the students at home. So, madami siyang wala kang may mabibigay na isang solusyon that will fit. It really depends on, kaya nga sabi kanina ni Dr. Hoxon, we need the right data. Kailangan nating ma-profile. Like, halimbawa dito sa Makati, gaano karami sa mga magulang natin ang nakapagtapos man lang ng high school? Nasukat ba natin yung kanilang literacy? Because expecting them to teach our students or our children to read if they themselves cannot read properly or cannot construct sentences properly, 'di ba? Mahirap. Now, one of the things I can share based on what the city is currently doing right now, and ako naabutan ko to, I'm sure si Dr. Hoxon naabutan din niya to. Nung nag-aaral kami nung grade school, merong SRA. Okay? Yung reading ability, di ba? Skills reading ability. Ano siya? You progress. Ano siya? Mga colors. May mga libro, sasagutan. So yung mga ibang mga teachers dito, siguro, alam niyo yung edad, no? Yung Makati, kaya nga sabi ko, I'm sharing by experience, Makati will integrate it again. They will purchase SRA for all learners in basic ed. And ang gagawin nila, pagkatapos ng school year, idodonate yung libro to an intended beneficiary from 4th class or 5th class municipalities in other parts of the country. Para meron silang reading material na pwede magamit for reading. Okay. So that's just one of the strategies that the city is doing. Kasi ako, reading, learning how to read, personally, is better taught both in school and also at home. But kaya nga ang question lang, yung magtuturo ba dun sa bahay ay may kakayahan bang magturo? Kaya nga yung kanina naman, yung nasa eskwelahan ba, that's good that Dr. Hoxon mentioned na ibabalik yung numeracy and literacy para sa mga teachers natin, para talaga meron silang proper training on how to teach children how to read and write. Ayun. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ramos. Professor Hoxton, will you be accommodating? Okay. Thank you. Other questions that we have for our speakers? Okay, go
Yes.
ahead.
Ma'am, good morning. Good morning to everyone. My name is Rosalie De La Cruz from College of Human Kinetics here in University of Makati. I would like to ask lang po regarding to our, we need to open po kasi the BPED program under the CMO number 80 and series 2017. As Dr. Hoxon mentioned earlier, magkakasama po kasi si MAPE. So, and we believe din po that magkakaiba po siya ng components, pero yun po yung hinihingi ng ating bansa. Therefore, meron din po siyang minention kanina na meron po tayong specialization. That's why, yun po yung eagerness namin na magkaroon po kami ng BPED program. Kung pwede po ba namin siyang ma-offer. Thank you po.
Palagay ko ako ang tinatanong mo, ma'am, ano? Sabi mo, ma'am, may need kami na i-offer. So, ang una kong tanong, ano po ang need?
Kasi ma'am, sabi niyo po kanina, after graduate po ng 4-year course, hindi lang po pagiging teacher, di ba po?
Oh, so-
marami pa pong kailangan for
Okay,
the
so wag po
industry.
yung BPED ang i-offer nyo kasi education po yun. Offer nyo po yung sports science, offer nyo po yun, meron pa pong iba. Pero pag BPED po, education po yun. So ang una kong tanong, ano ang need? Pangalawang tanong, bakit sa Human Kinetics, hindi sa College of Ed? Kasi kung BPED yon, teacher ed yon. Kung ang sinusolusyonan nyo po hindi pang teacher ed, doon kayo sa sports science, sports track, coaching po ang tracking nun. Hindi po teaching ang tracking nun. Ultimately, the decision is yours. What I'm trying to say is that you're now going to be part of our data na sinasasabihin namin, part kayo ng problem, hindi kayo part ng solution ng education ng Pilipinas. Kasi ang in-offer ninyo ay hindi yun ang kailangan ng DepEd. Uulitin ko, ma'am. At ano tayo, imbitahin namin ang UMAC sa conversation, ang tawag namin sa dialogue. Ano po? Tama po kayo, magkakaiba ang skills. Kaya lang si DepEd, sa dami ng problema niya, hindi niya kayang mag-hire ng 2 guro para sa MAPE lang. Wala nga siyang science teacher eh. Wala siyang values ed teacher. Wala siyang Filipino teacher. Tas 2 pang guro ang kanyang i-hire para sa music arts, PE and health. So that's not a solution that we want. However, dahil Makati naman kayo, marami naman kayong pera. Bigyan nyo ng pera ang mga eskwelahan nyo ng basic ed para mag-hire siya ng music and arts and PE and health. But unless it happens in your vicinity, we're going to be part of the problem and not of solution. Peace, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Doc Hoxton. Professor X.
Actually, one of the things that we also discussed in EDCOM is the devolution of basic ed. Yan. Di kasi nabanggit yan kanina. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Yung budget ng DepEd, ide-devolve, ililipat sa mga local government units. Yung local government units ang bahalang mag-hire ng kanilang mga teachers, bahalang magpatakbo ng kanilang mga eskwelahan. Of course, it would be a phased devolution. Ibig sabihin nito, yung mga highly urbanized cities at saka yung mga first-class cities and municipalities, they may opt to do that. Yung mga fourth class, fifth class, better na the support will come from the national government. Bakit? Because it will also encourage competition among the highly urbanized cities. Parang may modelo nga eh. Like for example, nagsabi yung national government na dapat ang mga SUCs at saka LUCs hindi na dapat nag-o-offer ng senior high school. Okay? We ask for an exemption, yung UMAC. Bakit? Kasi yung basihan nun is a function of budget. Parang sinasabi ng national government, hindi na dapat ginagamit ng mga SUCs at saka LUCs yung pera nila para sa pagpapatakbo na galing sa national government para sa pagpapatakbo ng basic ed. Dapat yung pondo nyo ginagamit for higher ed. Ang sagot namin, hindi naman kami nangihingi ng pera sa national government. Kaya nga yung senior high school program sa UMAC, empleyado sila ng city. Now, because of that, mas may flexibility si Dr. Berganya as Dean of Site to actually innovate the curriculum that we're using in our senior high school program. Okay? Kasi yung budget namin, hindi naman nanggagaling sa national, it comes from the local. So, just imagine that, yung binabanggit kanina ni Dr. Hoxon, hindi nga kaya ng national, yung DepEd na mag-hire ng napakaraming teachers. No? Tapos, bibiyakin mo pa yung MAPE at saka yung PE. No? But if it were a local government unit na marami namang pera o may kakayahan at gusto niyang mag-specialize talaga yung kanyang mga estudyante in that area. Kasi gusto niyang maging makilala, let's say for example, as a city that produces very good students in arts, then they may opt to do that. Okay? But again, these are all in the pipeline. No? Lahat yan, nakikita ngayon, lahat yan pinag-uusapan. At sabi nga kanina ni Dr. Hoxon, kasama din dyan yung pagbalingkas nung ating licensure exam for teachers. Kasi nga, disadvantage talaga. Hindi lang naman yun sa mga PE eh. Even yun sa mga tech-voc. Di ba? Lumalabas yan. Kaya nga sa pag-aaral, karamihan talaga nung mga those who face challenges or difficulty in passing the licensure examination, yung mga nanggagaling dun sa track na yon. Okay? Halimbawa, wala namang exam for early childhood. Meron is basic ed. Ang inaral mo is early childhood. So the chances are, talagang hindi aligned yung exam na kukunin mo doon sa pinag-aralan mo nung ikaw ay kumukuha ng teacher education in college. And now that we have seen the problem, have realized it, kaya nga sinasabi kanina, there can be pathways now, alternative pathways, no, for that. And yung binabanggit, you can take up sports science. You become a very good coach. You have experience in the field. But there is nothing preventing you from becoming a teacher later on, not necessarily taking up an education degree. Yun yung pinag-aaralan ngayon. You can be assessed based on your portfolio. Okay? So, hopefully, sabi nga ni Dr. Hoxon, hopefully, itong mga nakikita nating issues, matugunan natin ng mga tamang solusyon sa hinaharap. Yan. Thank you.
Thank you for adding that. Professor Ramos, our next question is ready. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning po, faculty member from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and at the same time, a former public school teacher in DepEd Makati. Dalawa po yung aking tanong. Yung una is in the realm of basic education. Actually, apat ito. And on the other hand, in the realm of the higher education. Pero dalawa lang yung tanong ko doon. Yung una, sa basic education, number one is about the concern on alternative delivery mode. I know that there's already an existing DepEd order regarding this. But nung nagtuturo ako nun sa public school, ang clamor lagi ng mga bata ay kapag suspended ang klase, ang daming pinapagawa ng mga teachers. Required lahat ng subject teachers na magpasa ng ADM activity na kung saan nabobombard yung mga estudyante. At kaming mga teachers, mga public school teachers is clamoring also na ang daling gumawa ng activity, pero nape-pressure kami na magpasa ng activity, tapos hihingan pa ng MOV or ng means of verification to prove that nagpagawa ka ng activity sa mga bata, whereas hindi natin nakikita na sila ay nahihirapan din. So imagine, ilan ng subject sa basic ed, tapos yun yung kailangan gawin nila sa isang araw, tapos ipapasa agad kinabukasan. That's on my personal experience. Siguro iba-iba yung experience in different public school. And as well as, ang tanong ko doon, will there be a standardized program for the ADM? So yun yung first question ko po.
Sagutin ko kaagad, sir, hindi ko po alam, hindi po ako DepEd. Okay? So yun po ang sagot. Pangalawa, baka yung school head ang may problema, hindi naman si DepEd. Baka yung school head nyo, sir, ang may problema, hindi si DepEd. So, turuan din natin yung school head ng tama. Okay? Second question, sir.
Second question is regarding ALS, Alternative Learning System. If may point of view si TEC regarding this. Since actually ngayon ko lang siya narinig na or na-encounter that there is already a senior high school program for ALS for the SHS program. Meron kayang parang interjection of ALS edu or course na Prof Ed pagdating sa education students? Kasi sabi niyo nga po kanina that kung ano yung available na item, lalo na kung ALS teacher, gusto mo magturo ng regular senior high school or junior high school, will there be also in the new upcoming Prof Ed program to educate or train the eduk students regarding how to teach alternative learning system?
Sir, na pumikit ka dun sa slide ko na yon. Meron po doon, immersion na natin for ALS. Ang isang magandang tanong mo, sir, at napunto mo ay magkakaroon kaya ng programa para sa ALS. Hindi ko po kayang masabing meron agad. Isa sa mga ipupush namin. Kaya lang, ang TEC po lagi siyang daanan, no? Hindi siya yung nagdi-decision all the time. Kailangan namin ng datos. So sa conversation kung kailangan ba magkaroon ng programa at ibibigay namin kay UMAC, for example, kasi maraming ALS sa Makati, right? Baka mayroon na programa for ALS teachers.
Thank you po. Next is actually regarding...
Sorry, apologies. I know you have a lot of questions, but because we also have another speaker, I'm sorry, the committee is also telling me that they will gather all the other questions and then they will send it to our guest speakers po in the interest of time. Pasensya na po, pero keep it coming. Our committee would be approaching you if you have questions for, or you may approach them likewise instead. But thank you, Professor Ramos and Professor Hoxon, for making time to answer these questions presented on stage. Presented today. Thank you very much. Before we proceed with our next speaker, for everybody's listening pleasure, consider it as an appetizer prior to your later lunch this afternoon. May we please welcome the UMAC Chorale.
Hello.
What's this? Hello? 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 has been banned.
One day I'll see men of all colors
Sharing words of love and devotion. Oh, stand up and feel the Holy Spirit. Find the power of your faith. Open your heart to those who need you in the name of love and devotion. Yes, I believe.
I believe in the people of all nations to join and to care for love.
I believe in the world where light will guide us and giving our love will make heaven on earth. I believe in the people of all nations to join and to care for love. I believe in the world where light will guide us and giving our love will make heaven on earth. Yes, I believe. I believe in the people of all nations to join and to care